And the last little part here. A little black pepper. I put a little ground beef in there. I know the fridge door is open and everything. I got a little mushroom down here on my deck. I'll show you in a second as soon as I'm done with this onion. How y'all doing today, man? On the path to healing. It's a powerful thing, man. Man, you know, we really need to really understand that we got a lot of, like, hate. I'm just going to say it, a lot of disgruntled and hate and a lot of things that are just being said right now, and we're worried about Ferguson and all this. You know, this country's just come too far, man. As Americans, as just human beings, man, we're better than this. Really, we're better than this. That's all I gotta say, man. Oh, let me represent too. You know what I mean? I represent like this, but we're also represent like this, man. Now I'm washing hands. We're better than this, guys. We're yelling at each other, Tea Party this, down with the Koch brothers, Obama, quote unquote. You know? This person's a thug, that person's a junkie, that person's a homeless, that one's got spots, that one's got, you know, that one's brown, that one's parents weren't born here, he shouldn't be able to vote, that one, his great-grandfather wasn't born here, he shouldn't be a citizen. Haven't we gone through this before? Marijuana's killing people. Oh, let's hate on the people who are using weed and the 3 grandmas that went viral. Everybody just hate, man. Let's just spill it, dude. Let's just say, fuck you, everybody. Right? That's the American thing to do, right? That's what we're doing all over Facebook. That's all I see. People walking down the street got this fuck you attitude. Where does that come from, man? Where is that really coming from? Alright? If we Americans, right, then we stand for freedom, we stand for loyalty, we stand for our communities, we stand for our neighborhoods, we stand for it don't matter what the next door neighbor's color or religion or whatever it is, we want a good next door neighbor. That's what we want. We want to know, we can go to our next door neighbor and get a cup of sugar. And we know their name, and we know their kid's name, and their kids play with our kids. And we know the people down the street, all right? We want neighborhoods. I don't care what flag you raise, what flag you run, what color you are, whether you're an immigrant, whether you've been here your whole life, whether you're Christian, whether you're, you know, whether you're, I'll say it, whether you're Muslim, whether you're a Buddhist, whether, you know what I mean? Jehovah's Witness versus Catholics. Come on, man. Meanwhile, we're being so angry and throwing all this hate around that you got this great American Army of Hope, which means a bunch of people are really trying to make a difference in the world. They're really trying to do something, right? And they're out there fighting out against this hate, and they really don't know what to do. They're like, you know, everybody's fighting so hard against the hate, the politics, Obama, I mean, Republicans, Democrats. I mean, I'm a radical, man. But I'm a radical Republican and a radical Democrat. You gotta say it as it is. I'll call it, you know what I mean? I shoot straight, man. You know, I might be on a Democratic Party, but if you ain't right, then I don't care, man. Do I have to say if you ain't white, the White House? Man, all this. We're better than that. We're better than that. We're better than that. We're Americans, man. Jiminy Cricket. The only people that belong here are the Native Americans. The rest of us should kick our ass off the continent. Or be American. Be proud American. Be a working American. Be an American that stands up for your community. Be an educated American. Be a biker. Be a brother. Be a dude. If you running the, you know, stand up, do your dragon, and come back and fix your community, man. When do we start molding the youth? You know what I mean? The youth is here. The time is now, man. Time is now. We're Americans, dude. I just don't get you all. How can you spew so much hate all the time? Over religion, over politics, over the color of somebody's skin, over immigration, over suffering children, and over suffering children, and over suffering children. That's what you're doing. You look at the bottom line, everything you're doing is you're hurting somebody. If you're hating and you ain't taking the time to say, look, we got some problems here in America, and that 1% has got so much money that they don't give a dang about none of us down here, obviously, or they wouldn't have that much money. And so, look, man, they're Americans too. Maybe they need to get their ass right too. All right? Maybe we need to all get our heads right. Start talking about love, bro. Start like, okay, look, you guys are like, well, what are you talking about? You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. Man, I'm Chef John the Ghetto Gourmet, right? I taught myself to walk, all right? I teach people how to cook. I'm handicapped as a mofo. I ran the Eugene Marathon. And I made $10,000 for other people last week. And not only am I the Chef John the Ghetto Gourmet, I'm a major contributor to the voice of the homeless, to the voice of the addicts, the voice of my community college, the voice of chefs. I'm a noted chef. I got chef friends internationally, nationally. You know what I mean? Well, I paid my dues. I'm an outside marketing recruiter for Hope Community Preschool. And I do all their electronics. You know, I work 40, 60 hours a week. And if I can do all these things, if I can lose 50 pounds, if I can look like that, you know, and if I can go out and I can make a better community. I mean, I asked for letters from my neighbors, you know, and some of them heard I was moving out. And, dude, I've got like 15 letters over there and from my extra neighbor, and all the kids play with me, and they all know my name, and the rule is, unless I meet the parents, I don't know their name. But, man, that's America, okay? And people, they wrote stuff on my paperwork, man. Like, I want to tell you what's up, man. It's like this, like, I represent for that right there. I represent for that right there. I represent